Thank you guys for 25k subscribers. For 25k, I'm going to do a Q&A because there's a lot of questions that people have about me and I don't really have time to expand in the videos because I don't want to go on a tangent. But this video is going to be for all of that, just to talk about random shit. I'll leave timestamps for every question. Let's get into it. What do you think about the rise of right-wing propaganda in the UK? It is what it is, propaganda. I don't believe in right or left wing. I'm completely independent of all of it. I do agree with some talking points of the left, such as wealth inequality, the erasure of the middle class, etc. I also believe what the right says about immigration to a certain extent. I don't like reform, I don't like Tommy either. But like I said, a normal civilized guy who doesn't rage bait a lot and is willing to sit down and just talk about immigration and its impacts on society. I do believe there's a lot of misinformation and propaganda by Charlie Veitch, Paul Joseph. Like, these guys, they don't have good intentions. They're just here to make profit and spread their stupid misinformation psyops. I feel when it comes to Tommy and all of these guys, once you look into who funds them, Elon, everyone, in general, you'll find I don't believe in Western politics and none of it has any answers. Only God provides a concrete, stable view of the world. So I believe in God and not politics, nationalism, all that, especially not Western politics, which is flooded with psyops, propaganda. It's designed to make you go crazy. So all you can really do is live your life, be a positive role model to your community, and laugh at the politics from far away because it is all a joke. We all do live in one giant social experiment in a way. That's the direction I want to go in with this week in the UK. It's like a cozy series where we can sit down and just laugh from afar at the absurdity of British society currently. Top 10 books to understand your worldview. First is Industrial Society and Its Future, of course. This is number one. I used to be a lot more into this. I would be completely anti-tech. But now I do see some benefits to a surface level of tech. I really like the eco-electric vibe of Singapore, for example. It's a good balance of preserving the environment combined with lots of buildings, and it combines the best of both worlds, right? That's the best. Technology should really just be seen as a means to an end. It's just a tool. It's not the thing itself. For example, if you have a friendship and you're socializing, the phone should just be used as a tool to meet each other, to plan meetings. It shouldn't really be used to text all day long, call all day long. When it comes to being an influencer, people attach a lot of ego to it, but all it is just like a preacher. That's all it is. I rate Chicken Connoisseur because he stayed true to just seeing his thing as a means to an end. It's just chicken shop reviews. It's not something special where you're some special guy and all that. And all these surrogate activities that people go through where they associate their craft or their career with something great and amazing. No, it's just a means to an end. It's a way to feed your family. And that's all it is. Stop seeing it as some special thing, especially when it comes to technology and social media, because that's what causes this extreme narcissism. And I'm guilty of this myself. Look at Outdoor Boys, for example. He decided I'm going to quit YouTube, even though he's got 14 million subscribers and people are like seething at him and they're all open mouthed. But end of the day, he doesn't want to do YouTube anymore. Just let him be. Let him just enjoy his humble life. All of it really is just a means to feed your family. And now that he's got money, now that he's fed his family, he's cool. Now he's set for life. So when people attach so much importance onto these surrogate activities, like I said, they're meaningless. They're fun to do, but they're just ultimately not the meaning of life. The meaning of life is family and providing and enjoying the sun and things like that. Nature. We want to live by our Jonas von der Planets. To be honest, this book, it talks about the benefits of consuming raw dairy, raw milk, butter, the benefits of liver, researching about pasteurization and how it destroys proteins and nutrients, reading about the microbiome. I don't believe in eating rotten fermented meat like he preaches, but I find that retarded. And he fell off a balcony because he thought that raw meat would cure him and he refused treatment from the hospital. But also he was paranoid about them taking him out because he was someone that challenged the conventional views. But his general views about raw dairy are good and he pioneered that movement. So drink your raw milk, eat your raw honey and all that is good for you. Basically, any book by Nietzsche. My favorites are Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Human All Too Human, The Gay Science, The Birth of Tragedy. I find Nietzsche was the best psychologist and he knew human nature very well. He predicted modern society very accurately. He was ahead of his time, the whole God is dead thing. He's not saying God is dead and that's a good thing. He's not saying it's a good thing, but he's just describing about society and how in the future there will be a time of nihilism. And right now we are in a time of nihilism and it is a pivotal moment in history. And what's going to replace God? I really like his concept of master morality versus slave morality. Do you see life as a master, someone who dominates and overcomes, or do you see it as a slave, someone who's humiliated, subjugated? And it really helps a lot seeing life in a positive lens, a master lens. Crime and Punishment, Notes from the Underground as well by Dostoyevsky. Probably my favorite books of all time. I like how Dostoyevsky critiqued reason and how sometimes faith is better. Kierkegaard as well, he was a Christian philosopher who I liked a lot. C.S. Lewis, sometimes being illogical and not overthinking things too much and just taking action is best. That's what Notes from the Underground is about. A guy who overthinked himself into social isolation, resentment, inaction. He basically became this weird bugman who ended up becoming some sort of petri dish of all these ideologies and how he hated human beings. And he didn't go interact and love the human beings. He instead decided he's going to live a depressive, isolated life and he's going to hate everyone and be cynical. Luke Smith as well, he's another content creator who very deeply inspires me. His ideas of technological independence, Linux, using Linux and not being so dependent on the system. Mind and Tissue by Peat. Sugar is very important, eating lots of carbs. Peat put me onto fruit juices. I have a lot of orange juice, coconut oil, aim to raise my metabolism. I liked his ideas that your mind and body are the same. When it comes to schizo things like David Icke, Alex Jones, all of that is a psyop. It's really just there for you to be distracted, constantly worrying about the UFOs and all that. Nah, it's just BS, man. Really, all we have control over mostly is nutrition. To be conscious is to eat the right things. And it should be number one. Eat a lot of animal fats, eat a lot of coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, you already know. When it comes to Gotis or Severage, my ideas on working out has changed a lot. I feel like working out moderately, doing a few push-ups here and there, doing a few pull-ups, is fine, but extreme sports is what destroys you. Don't do extreme sports. A general rule is to make sure that you can still breathe through your nose while you're working out and able to hold a conversation. If you can't hold a conversation while you're working out, then you're going too hard and you need to chill out a little bit. What's your opinion on AI and how that will affect the UK? When it comes to AI, I feel it's overblown. It's basically an advanced search engine. It's like Google, but it scans through Reddit for answers from Redditors. I don't think Reddit really has the pinnacle of truth, so I'm not worried about AI taking over professions. I'm quite worried about managers thinking it's something that's so amazing and that they don't need to hire anyone anymore and they'd rather use AI to code projects and basically end up burning the entire world to the ground. AI is a good little tool to use. Probably it will replace the Indian guy on Fiverr who makes thumbnails for £5 an hour or some generic copywriter careers. Anything that takes actual knowledge will be safe for the next 20 years. There will be AI surveillance, I think. It will be used in the UK to make it more totalitarian, censorship, facial recognition. That's the main concern, to be honest. People will be getting bagged by the faults of AI. It won't be 100% accurate. It will be like 95%. The difference between 95 and 100 is astronomical. I hate going to the bank and nothing is ever solved. Customer service people, they're useless at basically everything. That isn't just a basic go sign out and sign in again. So I feel AI, it will replace that, but it will just be as bad and it wouldn't solve anything. I feel like when you go to the bank, they're just going to tell you use the AI and it's going to be so dead. You mentioned Fyodor Dostoyevsky a lot in your videos, particularly Crime and Punishment. I want to get your opinion in regards to London. Do you think moral transgressions reflect more on the criminal or society itself? Like Raskolnikov, he intellectualized the murder of the pawnbroker. Roadmen do the same due to economic and social factors. Does society bear any responsibility for this? And if so, what systems or processes would you change to improve the situation? I would say society bears responsibility for this if we lived in a third world country like the slums or Brazil or India or Pakistan. But the Western world does have opportunity, even if you can't get a job as well. There's a lot of immigrants, they can't find work, but they end up making it work some way or another through hustling things. Self-sufficiency, living without a job, it's a lot easier than it may seem. You just gotta have knowledge, really. It is true that we live in a sick society. God is dead. What replaced him is the status-seeking, competition, screwing each other over kind of society. So yeah, I think London turned into some Fallout post-apocalyptic playground where there's different fraction gangs just fighting each other. It's retarded, but also I'm optimistic about life as well. I don't give in to doomerism. There still is opportunities to make money. Yeah, the modern day does suck, but how are we going to make the best out of it? And how are we going to look for solutions? Because end of the day, I feel like if you're not looking for solutions, you're not a man. You don't have testosterone. And when you don't have solutions, you become a very dangerous individual. You become a nihilist and it becomes scary. A lot of the worst things in history, a lot of, like that Liverpool thing, that was done by a guy who had no solutions. He didn't have any hope anymore. This is why hope is very important and I encourage hope. Would you collaborate with Tankz? Right now, to be honest, I'm just staying in my own lane. But I know there's a whole scene right now with all the creators.
Yeah. Mark, we telling me, oh yeah, have you seen this YouTuber, Juicel Ducati?
Wait, which one?
This guy.
The name looks familiar, but
He might have made a video talking shit. He made a video talking shit about me. He might talk shit about you as well. Yeah. No, you know what it is? It's like, because when he spoke shit about me, it's like, I deserve to have the shit spoken about me because of what I was promoting and doing. Yeah. Now he seems cool. He's been in the chat a couple of times, isn't it? But yeah.
Was he dissing you when we were in the rap days? Or?
He's just saying, oh, this freaking scammer jumping on podcasts, talking about this, that, and it's like, I hear it.
Collabs in the future may happen though. Just right now, it's about doing my own thing, creating my own lane. I don't really get along with some of them either. I do believe I deserve my flowers for what I've contributed to the game. I see my influence everywhere now. But right now, it's just about staying in my own lane, impacting the culture, but also having fun with it. Thoughts on Islam's stance on music? It's basically seen as haram by almost every scholar except I think Al-Ghazali or something. I see why music in general is a waste of time. It's neutral at best and net negative at worst. So especially the modern day slop that's pushed out with nefarious intentions. I don't listen to any music anymore, by the way. Sometimes just some beats, but that's basically it. What's your opinion on Jays? Do you really think they have a big part to play in elitism, or do you think it's just more controlled opposition and another group to point fingers at and blame? To be honest, I think they're just harshly neurotic people who are very focused on power and riches because they're scared of losing it. Throughout history, we saw it. It's kind of a loop they're stuck in. They have trauma, they're unwilling to let it go and just be chill. Like, for example, Asians or they're more chill, friendly people. They share with the world. I feel these guys, they need to learn how to stress less, and that's what's going to break the cycle that they're trapped in. When it comes to other groups, I don't really necessarily care, but there are people who have incentives, and whether it's gathering more power or profit, it's a spiritual war we're fighting, and it's our job to remain steadfast, aim to make the best out of life that we can. Opinions on being delusional in life. There's being delusional in a good way, where you believe you can become whatever you want, which, to be honest, is a great state to be in. We were all kids at once, and then we got psyoped into being realistic, and realistic is just a trap in itself. That's a cooked life to live. That's how you become an NPC when you think, I just want to be realistic. But to be honest, you can do a lot, and you have a lot of agency. In general, I'm an optimistic guy. It takes spamming attempts, it takes dumbing yourself down in order to achieve the impossible. Being delusional in a bad way is moving too quick, getting too ahead of yourself, being too dumb to where you're not making any progress in your field. Where am I from? I don't live in London, that's for sure. What are your top 5 favourite in UK rap? I'd say Meeks, J-Hus, Bugsy Malone, Cass, and Kenzo. Back when I used to listen to them. Of course, I don't rate rap like that anymore. I don't listen to music anymore unless I'm really bored. But in the US, I like Tyler, the Creator. Even though he's a batty man, he's probably the most artistically talented person I've ever seen. I like 90s R&B music as well. Ashanti, Jennifer Lopez, all that. But yeah, I don't listen to music. I just chill, ebooks, podcasts. Sometimes I listen to some jazz music while I'm doing some work. But yeah, in general. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you're new, like and subscribe. Juice of the Catty, 25k subscribers on the road to 30k. I'm out. Bang.